And again, fans, thank you for joining us for this WPIAL 5A Allegheny 9 matchup between the Woodland Hills Wolverines and the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Again, Woodland Hills 7-2 on the season. They are 6-1 in conference play, while Upper St. Clair 7-1 on the year, 6-1 within conference play. And this game goes a long way in determining who will clinch second place in the conference, host a game in the playoffs next Friday. And as Fred was talking about a moment ago, huge implications considering how strong the teams are in the Big East Conference on the other side of 5A.
Yeah, Armstrong has had a really good season. So Gateway has had a tremendous rebound since the week 0 loss to the Wolverines to start the season, and they've been on a roll lately. Franklin Regional has done a great job, as well as McKeesport.
Upper St. Clair looking to go on sides to begin this football game. It'll bounce into the awaiting arms of Amir Collins, and it will be first down and 10 for Woodland Hills, starting right around the 35-yard line as we are underway here in Turtle Creek, PA.
And it looks like Daniel Jones is going to get a second straight start at quarterback for the Woodland Hills Wolverines.
I saw no reason a week ago why he doesn't deserve that. The way he played against North Hills, Moon, and then again last week against West Day, he certainly has earned that spot. Just 2 seconds elapsing in the opening quarter, as Woodland Hills will start this drive again at their own 35 pistol formation. Handoff, Holt running to the right-hand side. He's got some room to that far boundary. He'll cross the 45 to the 50-yard line into Panther territory. He's forced out of bounds along that far boundary at around the 46-yard line. And a nice pickup on that play of 19 yards, and it's Woodland Hills first down.
Great job of Holt of really being patient as he came around the right side. I thought he could have outran his blockers, but he did a great job of just maintaining his speed as number 57, Bryce Johnson, was able to get downfield, as well as number 58, Kyrie Scott.
So first and 10 for Woodland Hills. They'll actually spot the ball at the 45-yard line, so credit Holt with a 20-yard pickup on that first play. Handoff again to Holt, trying to run to his right-hand side, and the Panthers are all over that one. A couple of Upper St. Clair players in the backfield to bring him down for a loss of about 3, and it'll be second down and 13.
And I'm not sure if the timing was a little askew, but it seems to me that play never seems to work for Woodland Hills. A little bit too long with the play fake for Daniel Jones, and it seems like the timing with the offensive line is all messed up.
So second and 13 for the Wolverines. The ball at the Upper St. Clair 48-yard line. 2 receivers left, wing to the right-hand side. Jones bobbles the snap. He'll gather it in. He'll look to his left-hand side. He'll throw it down the field. Derek Caraway has a step. He'll bobble the football, and it will fall to the turf incomplete. Caraway had gotten a step away from the defensive back, and he'd have found his way into the end zone, but couldn't hang on, and the incomplete pass brings up third down.
Yeah, and around the 15-yard line, it seems like Caraway and the defensive back, I couldn't catch his number right now, got tangled up, and I'm surprised that there was no flags thrown on that call, on that play.
Folks watching on the television side, a bobble on the snap, and Daniel Jones wearing gloves on both hands. That's not something you're usually accustomed to seeing, especially at the high school level, but we'll see how he does. Looked like that first throw was pretty good at least. So third and 13, the Wolverines setting up the counter, and Upper St. Clair all over that one, coming from the backside, sniffing it out, and making the play in the backfield is Dominic Capulio, and a loss on that play of 3 yards, and the Wolverines backed up to the 49-yard line, and the punt unit comes on.
Yeah.
Eli Grape also in on the play for Upper St. Clair. Sorry, Freddie.
Typically with a counter, and in past years when Woodland Hills had 2 backs, the fullback or the off-back would actually take out the backside pursuit. But, again, with Woodland Hills running a 1-back offense, that's going to be pose a little bit more of a challenge.
So Michael Whitehurst on to punt it away. Nice snap by McAllister, and the punt by Whitehurst. He got underneath this one a little bit, and it will take a bounce in favor of the Wolverines, but not much of one, as that punt will die at the 34-yard line. So a punt covering just 17 yards, and it's first down and 10 for Upper St. Clair with the ball at their own 34.
And typically Mikey Whitehurst is a very efficient punter. He usually can pin teams deep in their own end, but must have got that one off the side of his foot for 17 yards.
10-18 to play in this scoreless football game. Upper St. Clair brings their offense out onto the field for the first time this evening, starting at their own 34. Talked about it in the pregame show with Coach Novak as Thomas Visman has returned to the lineup for Upper St. Clair, and that can certainly pose a problem. And the snap will go directly to Colin McClendon in the backfield. He'll run to the left-hand side, and he will be brought down after picking up about 6 yards to the 40-yard line, where it'll be second down and 4 for USC.
And I'm not sure if McClendon is their typical quarterback. I didn't see him warming up in practice. I saw number 5, Jack Hansberry, taking most of the snaps. So I guess Upper St. Clair is running a lot of what they saw hurt Woodland Hills last week, which was the Wildcat formation.
Yeah, Wildcat to start the game for the Panthers. As again, it's McClendon, the quarterback. He will hand off. Visman running left. He hesitates and then will be met and brought down. They'll say he gets back to the line of scrimmage. McAllister at the bottom of the pile for Woody High.
And if Woodland Hills is going to be effective in this ballgame, the defensive line and linebackers really need to step up against the run. They really need to make solid tackles and make sure they're making secure tackles and not just throwing their body against an opponent.
Third down and 4 for Upper St. Clair. Again, the ball at their own 40-yard line. McClendon remains in at quarterback as they will send wings to either side, a receiver to the left, and Visman stands to the right-hand side of McClendon. Snap a bit low as McClendon runs to the right-hand side. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, maybe drive his way forward for a yard, but no further. And a nice stop there for the Wolverines on the tackle, Deontay Robertson, and that brings the punt unit on for USC.
Actually, a good on the play. Derek Caraway did a great job of really securing the outside, forcing McClendon back into the rest of his Wolverine teammates.
So punt unit on for Upper St. Clair. Derek Caraway stands back near his own 30-yard line. Good snap as Capulia runs to his left-hand side. He's going to tuck and run. Now he'll decide to punt it away, as I guess he had the option to run, but the Wolverines had sniffed that one out. And the punt will carry to the far sideline. Won't cover a whole heck of a lot of yardage either. They'll say it goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and Woodland Hills starts with very good field position. That punt just covering 17 yards, just like the Wolverines' first punt.
And great heads-up play by the punt return team of Woodland Hills of recognizing that McClendon did have the run-kick option and started to run, but a couple Wolverines sniffed it out and forcing McClendon to kick the ball away.
Second drive of the game for Woodland Hills. This one again starting at their own 42 with 8:10 to play in quarter number 1. High snap, Jones corrals it. He will hand off to the tailback set behind him in the pistol. And driving across the 45 to the 46-yard line is Jawan Hill. And that pickup of 4 brings up second down and 6.
And the Wolverines just ran the ball right up the middle of the Upper St. Clair defense. Good job of the center and 2 guards of kind of clearing the way and letting Hill pick up some decent yardage on first down.
Wolverines break the huddle. Again, they will set in the pistol with Hill behind Jones. And receivers split to either side. A wing to the right-hand side is Robertson. Slow snap, but Jones is able to get it and hand it off to Jawan Hill. And Fred, I think as much as anything, the speed of that snap had a lot to do with the slow development of the play. And yet again, that allowed Eli Grape to knife through there and make a play in the backfield.
Yeah, it seemed like that snap came back a little bit slower than typical for Mike McAllister to Daniel Jones, and that can really throw off the timing of an offense, especially when you're so used to being in a shotgun situation.
Two receivers left, one to the far side right. Pistol formation with Hill behind Jones. Jones sets, looks left, throws left, the pass complete to Avram Abramovitz. He's got the first down for the Wolverines inside of the 40, and they'll say he's down at the 39-yard line, and that is a pickup of 11 and 7, 18 yards for the Wolverines.
And Daniel Jones did a great job of really threading the needle on that one. Saw Abramovitz was sort of wide open, but he split a couple of Upper St. Clair Panthers as he threw that ball, and good concentration by Abramovitz.
Abramovitz sets to the right, Caraway to the left. Wing to the right-hand side is Robertson. The tailback, Hill, will take the handoff. Cutting to his right-hand side, a couple of stiff arms as he will pick up some positive yardage down towards the 37-yard line before being strung out of bounds. And that'll bring up second down and about 8 on the pickup of 2 for Jawan Hill.
And good job of Jawan Hill avoiding contact in the backfield as he was going around to his right end, and then taking on some contact as he got to the sideline.
Talk on that play for Visman by the Panthers. And it is 2nd down and 8 for the Wolverines here. The ball at the 37-yard line. Jones with 2 receivers left. Wing to the short side right. And some movement. Abramovitz moved, and we saw a defensive end moved, and we will see what the official on the near side saw first. They're going to say it was Abramovitz who moved early.
For the snap, false start, offense, 5 yard, down. 2.
So Wayne Mattis giving us our information, and that loss of 5 brings up 2nd down and 13 with the ball at the 42. Woodland Hills breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the left-hand side again. Robertson will split out to the short side right. Jones looking left as he has some time now, looks back to the right-hand side. He'll throw down that far boundary, and the pass intended for Robertson is incomplete. Some hand fighting going on down the far sideline with Tom Kyle, but no flags fly.
Yeah, again, that's the 2nd time I saw some contact with an Upper St. Clair Panther defender, and still nothing called by the referees.
So after the incomplete pass by Daniel Jones, his 2nd incompletion of the game, the Wolverines face a 3rd down and 13. Wolverines will send twins to either side. And now Hill will set behind Jones in the pistol. Motion man from right to left. That's Caraway bringing trips to the left of the formation. Low snap. Jones setting up the screen pass, and I'm not sure if that pass was intended for Abramovitz or Caraway. Both of them had a hand on it. Neither of them caught the football, and that incomplete pass brings up 4th down and 13.
You know, the bad thing is I understand it was designed to go to the wide receiver, but Jawan Hill was standing all by himself. I mean, absolutely nobody, either Woodland Hills or Upper St. Clair, were near him, and Daniel Jones just didn't see him.
So that'll bring the punt unit on, and Mike McAllister will step onto the field trying to make amends for his first punt of the game, which certainly was lackluster, covering just 17 yards. Good snap by McAllister, and a nice punt by Whitehurst that will be caught right around the 17-yard line. A fair catch for the Panthers. They'll say at the 17 where it'll be 1st down and 10 for USC.
Yeah, I just think that was a huge wasted opportunity by Daniel Jones not seeing Jawan Hill in the flats by himself, because I think if that was the case, the fact that there was absolutely nobody near him, he definitely would have scored had he caught that ball.
Chilly night here in western Pennsylvania, 48 degrees, some dampness in the air as well. The wind, while it is pretty calm now, has gusted at times earlier in the day. Clear skies means those temperatures will drop as the night progresses. Upper St. Clair, first play of this drive, and the ball is hammered loose from Visman. He was hit hard. A Wolverine dove on top of the football. You'll credit Robertson with the fumble recovery, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for Woodland Hills with the football at the Upper St. Clair 17.
Yeah, I really want to see who made the hit on that play against Visman. But Deontay Robinson, Johnny on the spot with the fumble recovery.
Perfect form tackle there by Damian T. Thomas to force the ball loose, and then the recovery by Robertson. So the Wolverines set in the pistol, wing to the left, receiver split to either side. Now Robertson will crab to the right-hand side, handoff Holt. He has a hole. He'll hesitate through that hole, driving his way forward inside of the 15, down to the 12. It's a pickup of about 5, and it's 2nd and 5.
I personally was hoping that Woodland Hills would try to take a shot at the end zone coming off of that fumble by Robinson, but Holt did a great job. He following his blockers, a little patient as he came across the line of scrimmage, picking up 5 yards on 1st down.
Upper St. Clair Panther is slow to get up. He is able to get to his feet and hobble to the near sideline, and that is Charles Ortiz. So a fresh body comes on, and a Wolverine brings on the play here on 2nd down and 5. So one receiver left, one to the far side right, a wing to the left as well. Pistol formation, handoff. Holt running to the left-hand side. He's got blockers in front of him. Inside of the 10, inside of the 5. He'll cross the goal line for a Woodland Hills touchdown, and the Wolverines capitalize on the takeaway.
Great job by the offensive line of really just extending that play, getting a hat on a hat, and then once Holt got to the outside, he saw a little bit of a crease, exploited it, and then when it ran right into the end zone for the touchdown.
And Freddie, this is the second time in consecutive weeks where we saw a touchdown run basically on the play, running to the left-hand side, and Jake Stevenson, the sophomore lineman, leading the way.
Yeah, he's done a great job of opening, especially on that kind of it's sort of that little pitch/stretch play that Woodland Hills likes to run. Has been very successful so far this season.
Chucky Hanshin on to attempt the PAT. Good snap by McAllister, good hold by Whitehurst, and a good kick by Chucky Hanshin. And the Wolverines lead the Panthers 7-0 with 5:07 to play in the first quarter. You're tuned into Woodland Hills and Upper St. Clair on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Back to Turtle Creek, where Woodland Hills has taken a 7-0 lead over Upper St. Clair on a 12-yard touchdown run by Saeed Holt. And the PAT by Chucky Hanchett made it 7-zip. And Freddie, again, what's really notable about this touchdown run is that right guard leading the way, number 57, Bryce Johnson.
Yeah, just did a great job, and the patience of Saeed Holt to wait for Johnson to engage a Upper St. Clair Panther really was the key.
Ball fell off of the tee for Hanchett, so he will take another crack at trying to kick this one away, taking a short run up to the football, and he'll scoop underneath this one, and it will take a bounce, and the ball is loose. Do the Wolverines get it? They say they do. Let's see what the determination is. It's Wolverine football. Chucky Hanchett just found a soft spot in the punt return team for Upper St. Clair. The ball sat on the turf, and the Wolverines able to get underneath it.
Yeah, and it landed in front of a Upper St. Clair Panther, and as he was trying to get the ball, he had 3 Wolverines around him, and I was trying to see, it might have been Saeed Holt that came up with the football.
Yeah, Jack Burton was the Panther who tried to slide down and come out of there with that football to no avail, and the Wolverines able to get the football back, and it's time to take advantage here. They did so a moment ago on the takeaway. Handoff, running to the left-hand side, Jawan Hill. He's inside of the 25, still on his feet inside of the 20, dragging white jerseys all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Like the patience of Jawan Hill as he took the ball almost off the left side and then cut it back into the middle of the field. He saw a nice cutback lane against this Upper St. Clair Panther defense and really took advantage of it.
14-yard pickup there for Jawan Hill, his longest run of the game. The Wolverines back inside of the Upper St. Clair red zone. Pistol formation again with Hill behind Jones. Handoff Hill, bouncing it to the right-hand side, now cutting it back inside to the left. Hill surged to the 15-yard line before being driven back. There's a flag on the field as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the Wolverines are going to get called for holding on this play.
We'll check in with our referee, Wayne Mattis, to get the determination.
Holding, offense, 10 yards, spotted the flag, first down.
Spotted the flag right near the 17-yard line, so they will push the Wolverines back to the 27, bringing up first down and 20. So the Wolverines with the ball here, first down and 20 at the 27-yard line. The ball on the right hash. Receiver split to either side as Robertson, the wing, crabs to the right. Low snap. Jones snaps the pass to the near boundary, and it's in and out of the hands of from Abramovitz. And that is the second drop today on a nice pass by Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and typically that doesn't happen for Abramovitz, and I don't see why it happened this time. It just went right through his hands. Jones delivered a nice football to Abramovitz, just couldn't come up with the catch.
So that incomplete pass brings up second down and 20 with the ball at the 27-yard line. 4:08 as the clock is stopped here in the first quarter. Woodland Hills on top of Upper St. Clair, 7-0. Wolverines set in the pistol. And Coach Novak is going to ask for a timeout, and we will step away too. Again, 4:08 to play. Woodland Hills 7, Upper St. Clair 0 here in the first quarter. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Check out the Woodland Hills Football Network Facebook page, woodlandhillsfootballnetwork.com, for coverage of the Wolverines all year long, including in the offseason, where we talk a lot about where the current Wolverines are headed off to college, as well as what some of the alumni are doing in the college and pro ranks. 2nd and 20 for Woodland Hills at the 27-yard line. Jones going to run the end around, coming from right to left. Avram Abramovitz, he's into open field as there's a flag down back at the 31-yard line. Abramovitz will cross the goal line for a Woodland Hills touchdown, but I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Eric Oliver, number 16, is going to get called for holding, and I didn't think it was that. I thought the block was actually a pretty good block.
10 yards from the flag. Replay the down.
Not quite sure why the flag is back at the 31-yard line. I don't think there was a Wolverine anywhere near the 31-yard line other than the ball carrier. That flag was against Eric Oliver for that clean block with his hands inside, driving an Upper St. Clair Panther back. Well, that was an egregious call.
I think the reason they called it was because as number 24, McClendon was trying to get away from Eric Oliver. It looked like he might have had a handful of jersey as he was trying to get away from him.
Wow. That's suspect. 2nd down and very long as the ball is back to the 41-yard line, 30 yards to pick up a first down as Daniel Jones is going to be wrapped and brought down. A delayed blitz coming from the near side right, and McClendon, who was the recipient of the phantom hold a moment ago, gets the sack there, and the Wolverines backed all the way up to the 50-yard line. The line to gain is the 7.
So you're saying third and long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be 3rd down and 43 for the Wolverines. First time Jones sacked today, and that will be a loss on the play of 9 yards. As Jones will send twins to either side, the ball in the middle of the field at the midfield stripe. Panthers bring in the house. The Wolverines setting up the screen. Jawan Hill breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet as he slides through another one, but he will be brought down well shy of the first down marker at the 45-yard line, a pickup of just 5 yards, and it is 4th down and 37.
You know, I think the play call was correct. I think the execution was poorly done by the Wolverines. They really didn't set up the screen very well. You know, I like the play. I like the screen pass on 3rd and long, even though it's pretty much half the field. But just, again, poorly executed by the Wolverines.
Good snap by McAllister, and Whitehurst gets away a beauty. Spiraling punt that will back the Panthers up to the 10-yard line. And a fair catch by Upper St. Clair's Tom Kyle. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 10-yard line. And boy, Fred, did Upper St. Clair dodge a bullet.
They really did. I mean, you know, botching the kick by Chucky Hanchett. Woodland Hills, I mean, really the recipient of two really, well, I guess one really bad holding call and then another holding call really put them in a precarious situation. But good job of Mikey Whitehurst of actually pinning the Panthers deep in their own territory.
We'll say this drive starts at the 11-yard line as the handoff will go to the tailback, and he is met in the backfield, swallowed up by a couple of Wolverines, including Michael McAllister.
And there's a late flag that came in on that play, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there.
We'll check in with the referee to see what the call was. McAllister and Tyrell Barlow were the ones who brought Bisman down.
5 yards, face mask, defense. First down.
So the incidental face mask call against the Wolverines is Visman, the ball carrier, was initially brought down a couple of yards deep in the backfield, but they will pick up about 3, and it brings up first down and 7 with the ball at the 14-yard line. So 1st and 7 for USC, the ball at their own 14. Tight eye formation, handoff Visman. McAllister's in the backfield and swallows him up again. They'll say that Visman got to about the line of scrimmage before being driven back by big Michael McAllister, who is shining tonight on senior night.
Yeah, he's having a well of a game. And basically what the Wolverines are doing is they're just slanting to the side the play's going, which is leaving Mike McAllister kind of wide open. And for him, he's able to get into the backfield and make tackles so far in this ballgame.
2nd and 7 for Upper St. Clair. They will set up the power I, favoring the right-hand side with 2 receivers to the right. A pitch to Visman as he runs to this near boundary. He will step forward, and he is undercut by Damian T. Thomas. Also involved in the tackle was Rodney Denard. A pickup on that play of about 6, and it is 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and Upper St. Clair did a great job of overloading their right side and tossed to Visman, and Visman did a great job of avoiding Rodney Denard and then taking another hit from Damian T. Thomas.
So the ball at the 20-yard line on the near hash. Power I favoring the left-hand side as Upper St. Clair sets off of play action. Pass complete to Visman, and he will pick up just enough for the first down, about 2 yards before Seed Holt makes the tackle in the open field. It's 1st down and 10 for USC with the ball at the 23.
And good job of Saeed Holt of reading Visman coming out of the backfield. And had Saeed Holt been a step faster, I think he might have intercepted this ball because it looked like he was right there as the ball got to Visman and just made a nice tackle in the flats.
So the Panthers complete their first pass attempt of the game on that 2-yard, or rather 3-yard pickup between Hansberry and Visman. As Hansberry steps under center, he'll hand off to Visman, who has a crease over right guard. He'll drive his way to the 30-yard line before being brought down. And again, Damian T. Thomas on the tackle, and that is the final play of quarter number 1. We'll head to the second quarter. Woodland Hills 7, Upper St. Clair 0. You're tuned in to the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. 2 of the top 10 teams in the WPIAL doing battle here at the Wolverena. Taking a look at the MSA Sports WPIAL 5A top 10. West Allegheny, the only undefeated team in 5A, is number 1. Armstrong, top team out of the Big East Conference, is number 2. McKeesport is 3rd. Upper St. Clair and Woodland Hills are 4-5 respectively. Franklin Regional ranked 6th. Gateway 7th. Penn Trafford, who's on the outside looking into the playoffs, is ranked 8th. North Hills 9, and Fox Chapel, who is also out of the playoff hunt. It rounds out the top 10 in the MSA Sports poll. Adam Gusky, Fred Guy on the call for you here on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Set to begin quarter number 2 as Woodland Hills leads Upper St. Clair 7-0. Trips right, now they'll motion twins to either side. Hansberry rolling to his right, completing the pass to Visman, and he will be swallowed up about a yard deep in the backfield as Deontay Robertson makes the tackle for the Wolverines there, and that'll push the ball back to the 30-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, the adjustment that I like the most about the Wolverine defense is they're being held accountable for who comes out of the backfield, which they had a big problem with pretty much all season long.
So Hansberry sets on 3rd down and 3. Looks like the slot moved early, and the Wolverines are able to end the play regardless. Great pressure by Damian T. Thomas. He is all over the field, and then the pass was deflected right near the line of scrimmage, forcing the incompletion, and it is 4th down and 3.
Yeah, this is definitely a different defense that we saw a week ago. These guys seem like they are ball hungry, getting after Visman, getting after the quarterback. and that's certainly the change that they need coming off of the game that they had last week against West Allegheny.
All right, Damian T. Thomas having a whale of a game for the Wolverines from his linebacker spot. He just flew through there and put the hit on Hansberry as he released the football. And now the punt unit on for Upper St. Clair, and the left-footed punt will bounce into the awaiting arms of Derek Caraway around the 37-yard line, and he will be wrapped up around the legs at the 40-yard line, and the Wolverines start with decent field position, just 60 yards away from pay dirt.
Yeah, and right now on this drive, they just need to stay away from the mental mistakes that really hurt them on the last drive and causing them a touchdown.
So 11:05 to play in the second quarter. Woodland Hills starts this drive at their own 40-yard line. It's 7-0 Woodland Hills. Winner of this game clinches a home game in the WPIAL playoffs next Friday night. Wing to the left, receiver split to either side. Ball in the center of the field as Jones is in the pistol. He will hand off to Jawan Hill, who runs to the left-hand side. Stiff arms a man down as he'll pick up a yard or two across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 8.
Looking to see if I thought I saw a couple players slow to get up, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah, it did look like Carl Flinter for Upper St. Clair over on that far sideline took an extra moment or two to get up to his feet after making the tackle. Eli Grape also in on the stop for USC. So Jawan Hill now with 19 yards on 5 carries. Seed Holt has 5 carries for 30 yards and a touchdown. Holt now in at the tailback spot behind Jones. Wing to the left, receivers split to either side. Robertson crabs from left to right. Jones looks left the whole way, and the pass is again in and out of the hands of Avram Abramovitz, and that is drop number 3 today on nice passes by Daniel Jones.
Well, I'm not sure if that was really a nice pass. It looked like it was around his ankles, but still able, he's still able to get that. Should have got that catch. Looked like it might have been hurried by Daniel Jones.
And from this vantage point, it looked like it was about knee high. Yeah, it was a little bit lower than I thought initially, so wouldn't count that one as a drop.
Timeout. Woodland Hills. That is their second charge timeout of the first half.
So the Wolverines use their second timeout. We'll step away 2 as Woodland Hills faces a 3rd down and 8. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Woodland Hills facing a 3rd down and 8 with the ball at their own 42-yard line. Jones looking left the whole way, throwing left, and again the pass through the hands of Avram Abramovitz. And Fred, there's no doubt about that one. That's just another drop.
Absolutely not. I mean, Abramovitz was in traffic, and he was probably going to get hit as he caught the ball, but that's still no excuse. When the ball hits you in the hands, you have to come away with that reception.
So 3 drops today, 2 by Abramovitz, 1 by Derek Caraway. And the Wolverines have to send the punt unit on there. That would have been a surefire first down for Avram Abramovitz. Instead, Whitehurst will come on to punt it away. Late pressure, but Whitehurst's punt will take a bounce in favor of the Wolverines inside of the 25 towards the 24-yard line, where it will be downed by Derek Caraway, and it will be 1st down and 10 for Upper St. Clair at that point.
And it seems to me, Adam, that this game for Woodland Hills has all been about missed opportunities so far. I mean, the score reads 7-0 Woodland Hills, but, certainly that score should, probably read 14 or 21-0 at this point.
Yeah, Woodland Hills at minimum should have been able to put together a strong drive there, as there were a couple of opportunities that were thwarted, and of course Woodland Hills had the ball on their previous offensive drive deep inside of Panther territory, and between some penalties and a sack, the Wolverines were pushed back and ended up coming up empty. So Upper St. Clair starts this drive at their 24-yard line with 9:53 to play in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the short side right as the Wildcat quarterback, Colin McClendon, will drive his way up towards the 30, crossing the 30 to the 31-yard line for a pickup of 7, and it's 2nd down and 3.
was a good first down play for Upper St. Clair. McClendon really didn't do anything. A little ball fake, but then took it around over right tackle and picked up some good yards on first down.
So 2nd and 3 for Upper St. Clair with the ball at their own 31-yard line. Two receivers to the short side right, one to the near side left. Sidecar to the left-hand side of McClendon is Visman. Low snap. Visman takes the handoff. He'll drive his way across the line of scrimmage, picking up about 2 yards as the tackle is made by John Robertson. And it brings up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and Woodland Hills has done a great job. Anytime Visman has been able to get his hands on the football, they seem to just really ball hawk around him and not letting him get too much so far in this ballgame.
So 3rd and 1 for Upper St. Clair here. They faced a 3rd and 2 on their previous offensive drive and went to the air, completing a pass to Visman. That was just enough for a USC first down. McClendon in here, so I doubt they will go to the air. McClendon running to the right-hand side. The Wolverines are in the backfield, stacking him up, bringing him down. A loss of a couple on the play, and the punt unit has to come on.
Yeah, they can't even really determine which Wolverine it was. Possibly Bryce Johnson did a great job, but there was a gang of Wolverines in the backfield on that play.
Incredible amount of penetration from the left side of that defensive line for Woodland Hills, ending that play on a loss of 2. And it's 4th down and 3 for USC as the punt unit comes on again. Capulio to punt it away. The always dangerous Derek Caraway stands at his own 40-yard line. And the punt partially blocked by Seed Holt as the ball comes to the near sideline. It's going to be scooped up by Rodney Denard. Oh, great crackback block. Springing Denard down the near sideline. He will cross the 15, and he will be brought down at the 13-yard line. And apparently you're not allowed to hit people anymore in football because an official 9 miles away from the play is going to throw a flag on a Wolverine for a beautiful block.
And I think that block was by Saeed Holt, and I'm not exactly sure why the flag came out.
Because you're not allowed to play football anymore, Fred. Did you forget those rules?
I must have missed that. I must have missed the memo that they sent out.
Going to return. Personal foul, blind side block on the returning team. 15 yards from the flag. First down.
Now, I know that the rules have changed since you and I were out on the field, Fred. But things like this, taking away the ability to make a block to spring a punt returner, has absolutely lessened the enjoyability of this game that we love.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it. It's for the safety of the kids, you know. But I mean, again, this is football. This is a contact sport, you know.
Well,
so I don't get it.
Anyhow, Woodland Hills will start this drive at the 46-yard line. 7:36 to play as the ball is handed off. Straight up the middle goes Jawan Hill. He'll break it to the near side right. Inside of the 25 to the 20. Still on his feet. 15, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown. Call that one back.
I can't. No flags. Nope, can't see any flags this time. I mean, that was a great job of Jawan Hill taking the ball right up the middle of the Upper St. Clair defense, and then once he got some clear passage, decided to hit the sideline, used Abramovitz as a little bit of a blocking dummy, so to speak, and then turned on the Jets and got himself into the end zone.
Great run by Jawan Hill, and really what I'm impressed with, Fred, is he got tripped up around the 20-yard line but was able to regather his balance as he got down towards the 5 as Matt Kissinger hit his ankles as well, but neither player able to bring him down. And the PAT by Chucky Hanchett splits the uprights, and with 7:25 to play in the second quarter, Woodland Hills has opened up a 14-0 lead. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. 54-yard touchdown run by Jawan Hill, and the PAT by Chucky Hanchett puts the Wolverines on top of the Panthers 14-0. And Fred, what a gaping hole straight up the middle as the Wolverines were able to yet again see Bryce Johnson pull and spring a running back for a big game.
Yeah, that was a massive hole that Jawan Hill ran through. But then once he got past the line of scrimmage, man, he really turned on the Jets and left a bunch of Panthers just laying laying in wake as he ran on his way to the end zone.
So Chucky Hanchett will kick off here. Ball favoring the right hash. He'll get underneath this one again, and the Panthers are ready for this short kickoff this time. And Damian T. Thomas will make the tackle on the return man over on that far sideline. And, boy, I'll tell you what, Fred, Damian T. Thomas is all over the field today.
Yeah, he's done a great job so far in this ballgame, causing the fumble that set up the Wolverines' first touchdown, and then has just been in almost pretty much every tackle since then.
So Upper St. Clair starting this drive at their own 41-yard line with 7:18 to play in quarter number 2. Panthers with the ball on the right hash as they send Jack Hansberry, traditional quarterback, out onto the field. Their last drive had Colin McClendon running the Wildcat QB. I backfield behind the quarterback as he will straight drop back. He will throw to the right-hand side, and the pass to that far boundary is incomplete. It was caught by Khalil Jackson, but Khalil Jackson went out of bounds with the ball in his hands, never got a foot inbounds.
And I'm really surprised that Hansberry didn't see number 34, Dominic Ciparulo, basically all by himself around the 40-yard line. Had a Wolverine trailing him, but he was wide open, and Hansberry just did not see him.
And when Khalil Jackson came down out of bounds, he also lost the football, so even had he got a foot in bounds, in all likelihood that ball, or rather that catch would have been negated. Twins to either side as Hansberry is in the shotgun and a sidecar to his left-hand side. Hansberry looking right, throwing right. The pass intended over on that far side is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Jackson Geisler. So that incompletion brings up 3rd down and 10 for USC.
And Hansberry's having the same issues that Daniel Jones is having. It just seems that these wide receivers seem to have a case of the dropsies today.
Trips to the left, one receiver to the short side right. Hansberry in the shotgun, setting up the screen, and the pass is intercepted. Diving and catching the football is Deontay Robertson, his second takeaway of the game, and the Wolverines have the ball at the USC 40-yard line.
And Deontay Robinson was actually lucky that Mike McAllister didn't slap that ball away because it looked like he was ready to, but Deontay Robinson, who's been shorthanded throughout the course of this season for the Woodland Hills Wolverines, comes up with the interception.
Yeah, and I think that the Wolverines were the beneficiary of a holding by an Upper St. Clair Panther as McAllister tried to rip his way back. One of the offensive linemen grabbed his jersey, preventing him from getting the arm all the way up. That prevented the deflection and let Robertson get the INT. Woodland Hills looking to cash in. Jones down that far boundary, and it is caught for a Woodland Hills touchdown, covering 40 yards. Avram Abramovitz with the catch.
And you know what I'm doing right after any touchdown play, Adams. I'm looking to see if there's any flags on the field, and there are none. Great pass blocking job by the offensive line for Woodland Hills, giving Daniel Jones a ton of time to survey the field and sees his main man, Abramovitz, wide open in the end zone for the touchdown.
What I like there is that he had the confidence to go back to Avram Abramovitz, even though he's had a couple of drops today.
Yeah. And that's an attestament to what Abramovitz has done all season long.
Without a doubt. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Avram Abramovitz is the #1 receiver in a pretty good receiving corps for Woodland Hills. And there's going to be a flag as Chucky Hanchett kicks the PAT. It's up and in, and then Carl Flinter for Upper St. Clair runs over the holder, Michael McAllister, or rather Michael Whitehurst, and the Wolverines will be able to kick this football off inside of Panther territory.
Good. Roughing the holder against Upper St. Clair. The 15 yards will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
Well, there you go. There it is. From the horse's mouth, Wayne Mattis explains that it is roughing the holder, and the Wolverines will be kicking off from the Panthers 45 when we return. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Visit the Woodland Hills Football Network Facebook page, facebook.com/Woodland Hills Football Network. Coverage and videos of the Wolverines all year long, as well as discussions and posts we have about our alumni. And Daniel Jones, what a great throw this was down that left-hand side. And how about Avram Abramovitz getting 2 steps behind the defensive back, Carl Flinter.
Yeah, and then making a great catch once Flinter was right around him.
And Carl Flinter, incidentally, the guilty party in the roughing the holder, forcing this kickoff to the 45-yard line of Upper St. Clair. And a nice return by USC over on that far sideline. Matt Kissinger on the return for Upper St. Clair will bring it across the 20 out towards the 23-yard line. And it will be first down and 10 for Upper St. Clair there. Panthers really could have been backed up had Seat Hold made the tackle back near the 15.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at the replay of the roughing the holder, and it looks like Flinter just tried to run into Handshake, but missed Handshake and fell right into Mikey Whitehurst.
Either way, you can rough the holder, you can rough the kicker, and that time it was Flinter who roughed the holder, Michael Whitehurst. This drive starts at the 23-yard line for Upper St. Clair. Off of play action, Hansberry throws it down the middle, and the pass is caught. Somehow, Jawan Hill had an opportunity to try to take it away for a moment from Jackson Geisler, but Geisler was able to gather it back in and take the ball all the way down to the 25-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10. A huge change in field position there.
And Jawan Hill, typically one of the faster Wolverines, and gave Geisler a lot of cushion. Geisler was able to get about 4 or 5 steps behind Hill before Hansberry was able to see him and make the connection.
52-yard completion, the longest, obviously, of the game for Hansberry, who has completed 2 other passes, 1 for 3, 1 for 0. Hansberry, he's going to hand off on the end around to Capulio, who runs to the right and then cuts back to the left. He'll take the ball down to the 20-yard line, where he will be brought down by a host of Wolverines. And that brings up second down and 5.
And this is certainly the momentum that Upper St. Clair needs. Being down by 21, a quarter and a half into this ball game, they really need to get their act together and start putting some points on the board.
So second down and 5, the ball at the 20-yard line. 2 receivers left, and now the one will motion to the right. Straight drop back. Hansberry looking to the left-hand side, and it's a jump ball, and Jawan Hill tried to intercept it, and Khalil Jackson had to turn into a defensive back to take it away from Jawan Hill.
And great rebound by Jawan Hill, considering he just let up a 52-yard pass. Came back 2 plays later with really nice coverage on Khalil Jackson and batted the ball to the turf.
So third down and 5 for Upper St. Clair. The clock stopped with 5:34 to play in the first half. Upper St. Clair sends 2 men to the left of the formation. Offset I backfield, handoff Visman. He will drive his way forward and be driven to the turf after picking up a yard or 2. On the tackle is Asheed Page Jones, also in on the stop, Seed Holt.
I don't think he picked up enough for the first down.
No, I don't think so either. It looked like he picked up just about 3 yards, bringing up fourth down and 2.
It looks like Upper St. Clair's going to stay on. Their offense is going to stay on the field and try to pick up this first down on 4th and 2.
Offset I backfield behind Hansberry. Yo-yo motion, handoff. Visman running left. He will be spun down by Seed Holt. Not enough for the first down. Turnover on downs. It's Woody Highball.
Wow, great defensive stand by Woodland Hills, getting tremendous penetration from the defensive line and linebackers. And Visman came up short on 4th down.
How about the Wolverine defense there, thwarting a threat after Upper St. Clair changed field position on the big pass play, and Thomas Visman shut down as the safety Seed Holt knifes through to make the play.
And again, the Wolverines, the defense is holding Visman, who's been one of their biggest playmakers during his career, really holding him in check so far in this ballgame.
So Woodland Hills will start this drive at their own 16-yard line, leading Upper St. Clair 21-0. Quarterback Daniel Jones, who's thrown for 77 yards and a TD today, will hand off to Seed Holt, who runs to his left-hand side. He'll turn the corner, cross the 20. He'll out towards the 21-yard line before he's driven to the turf by a handful of Upper St. Clair Panthers, and that brings up second down and about 5.
And I'm really sure that the coaches for Upper St. Clair, or I'm sorry, for Woodland Hills see this, but what I've noticed so far in this ball game is the defense for Upper St. Clair is not providing any over-the-top coverage for these cornerbacks. So, with the height advantage of Abramovitz and Deontay Robinson, I think they really need to take advantage of that.
Coach Novak going to use his final timeout with 4:10 to play in quarter number 2. We'll step away as well. It's Woodland Hills 21, Upper St. Clair 0. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Visit the Woodland Hills Football Network YouTube channel, youtube.com/WH Football Network, for video coverage of the Wolverines. Handoff, Seed Holt running the left-hand side. He's got the first down as he'll cross the 25 out towards the 28-yard line. A pickup of 7, make it 8 to the 29, and it's 1st and 10 for Woodland Hills.
Yeah, Seed Holt just took the ball off. Left tackle had a gaping hole as he came across the line of scrimmage and then picked up the first down.
Kyrie Scott, that may have been Ramon Childs, the lineman pulling there from right to left. Either way, big pulling tackle leading the way for Seed Holt there. 3:46, handoff. Holt running to the right-hand side. He'll slither out towards the 30-yard line for a pickup of 1, and it brings up second down and 9.
Dante Greco came across the line of scrimmage for Upper St. Clair and really was able to get Seed Holt down to the turf with an ankle tackle.
So Seed Holt rushing for 44 yards and a touchdown today. Jawan Hill has rushed for 73 yards and a touchdown. And the quarterback, Daniel Jones, has completed 3 passes for 77 yards and a TD. 2 of those completions to Avram Abramovitz. 2 receivers to the right of the formation, 1 to the left. Jones, straight drop back. He'll Evo it down the middle. The pass intended for Eric Oliver, the tight end, and that pass is incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Just trying to see who was covering Abramovitz on the other side of that play, but looked like he had broken. It looked like the defensive back might have broken off once he saw that ball going the other way.
So 3rd down and 9, ball at the 30-yard line of the Wolverines. 2:58 to play here in the second quarter. Woodland Hills on top of Upper St. Clair, 21-zip. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Jones off of play action, looks left, throws left. The pass is incomplete, too high this time for Avram Abramovitz. He had his hands on it, and Fred, you could see his frustration as he slapped the turf, thinking he should have come down with the football.
Yeah, I mean, with the confidence that Abramovitz has, anytime that a ball touches his hands, I'm sure he feels that he can come away with it. And again, he does have the long touchdown play, but again, 3 drops so far in this ball game hasn't really, probably is not settling too well with him.
I would say so. That incompletion brings the punt unit on as Michael Whitehurst will punt it away from long snapper McAllister. Chest high snap, and Whitehurst's punt will take a bounce in favor of the Wolverines, who wasn't the best punt in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but the roll will benefit the Wolverines as the ball rolls out of bounds near boundary at the 41-yard line, where the Panthers will start this drive.
And right now, the defense really needs to secure better coverage right now. I mean, with that long pass play from Hansberry to Geisler, certainly Upper St. Clair has the opportunity and has the potential to go down the field with a long pass, but, that all goes away with good coverage.
Ball set on the left hash. 2 receivers left, 2 to the far boundary right. Sidecar to the right-hand side of Hansberry, the quarterback, and the handoff will go to that sidecar, and that is Colin McClendon, who is wrestled to the turf. Tackled by Amir Collins, and they'll say it's a gain of 2, and it is 2nd down and 8.
And that was a good secure tackle by Collins. He really had some issues with that last week against West Allegheny. The coaching staff surely has gotten it ingrained into his head that he needs to secure those tackles.
Coach Novak talked about that in the pregame show, how tackling was going to be a focus this week in practice. And Hansberry is hit as he released the football. It's intercepted. Going down that far sideline is Deontay Robertson. He's going to catch it for the pick 6. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I couldn't see who the pressure came from Woodland Hills, but it was then tipped by another Wolverine into the hands of Deontay Robinson. And then Robinson, once he broke away from a couple of people, he was gone.
Rashid Page Jones applied the pressure. There was a deflection by defensive lineman Michael Lucas, and then it was picked off by Deontay Robertson, and he took it about 40 yards to the house, and the Wolverines have stretched the lead to 27-0 with just under 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Chucky Hanchen on to attempt the PAT. His flags fly, and it comes from the back judge, and this may be a delay of game against Woodland Hills. Wayne Mattis, our referee, checks in to see what the infraction is. But we'll call that a 40-yard pick 6 for Deontay Robertson. And, Fred, that is his third takeaway of this football game.
Legal substitution, defense, 12 players in the lineup before the snap. Half the distance to the goal, try for point.
So that'll push the ball a little bit closer, make it a little bit easier for Chucky Hanchett. Great to see him back in the lineup, by the way, Fred, after taking a wallop in the second quarter against West Day. He was able to return in the second half to kick off, and good to see him back out there today for this big conference game. And Hanchett's PAT is up and in, and with 1:58 to play in the second quarter, it's Woodland Hills 28, Upper St. Clair 0. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Chucky Hanchett now kicking off. It'll be returned by Upper St. Clair down the near sideline out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Decent return by Jack Burton for Upper St. Clair, where they will start this drive. They'll say actually at the 38-yard line. Wolverines on top of Upper St. Clair 28-zip with 1:53 to play in the first half.
You know, Adam, you've mentioned Jack Burton a couple of times in this ball game, and we have yet to reference Big Trouble in Little China.
Wow.
Throwing that back.
It's good moving. Kurt Russell. 38-yard line is where the drive starts for USC. Quarterback Hansberry runs to his right, and he will get out towards the 40-yard line, where he will be wrestled down by Amir Collins, another short tackle in the middle of the field for the linebacker.
And a good job of Collins of really staying home as that play developed, and was able to cut off the cutback lane for Hansberry.
Three takeaways today by Woodland Hills, and the Wolverines have capitalized and turned that into 21 points, 28 points in total today. As running to the right-hand side is the Wildcat quarterback, Colin McClendon, and McClendon will bring the ball across the midfield stripe to the 49-yard line. It's an Upper St. Clair first down and a pickup of 11 yards. Fred, you say four takeaways today for Woodland.
Correct. You forgot about the punt or the kickoff that Upper St. Clair didn't recover, and the Wolverines were able to get down and get on the football.
I always forget that that live ball technically is a fumble against USC. Nice run by McClendon there, covering those 11 yards. He now has 27 yards on the ground. And Hansberry running to the near side left. He will throw a jump ball up into the air, and it will be intercepted. There are two Wolverines there, one Panther, and no doubt in my mind that one of them is going to come out of there with it, and it's going to be Derek Caraway credited with the INT. And that is takeaway number 5 today, the fourth takeaway by the Woodland Hills defense.
And the third interception, which, up until this point, Woodland Hills kind of spotty in the interception department, but they've done a really great job against this passing game of Upper St. Clair.
So 3 interceptions thrown today by Jack Hansberry. And the Wolverines have turned takeaways into points, and let's see if they can do so here with 40.6 seconds to play. Long field to deal with, though, as this drive starts at the 16. And a flag flies. Woodland Hills took the knee there, and we'll have to see if this penalty against, who's it against, because it was thrown along the near sideline. Usually that's an indication that somebody moved or somebody was in the neutral zone.
Illegal formation, offense. 6 players on the line. 5 yards, replay. First down.
Well, that works. Go back to Wolverines up 5 yards from the 16 to the 11. Wayne Mattis just confirming that Upper St. Clair wants to accept the penalty. And we saw Daniel Jones take the knee. In all likelihood, he will do so here as the Wolverines backed up even further. And now there's some discussion going on as Daniel Jones talked with the referee. And now we'll catch the snap, take the knee, and that will be the final play of the first half, as Woodland Hills will take a commanding 28-point lead into the locker room. Boy, Fred, I'll tell you what, we thought this was going to be a close football game. We thought it was going to be a battle, tooth and nail, between two of the top 5 teams in the WPIAL in the 5A classification. But the Wolverines have taken the ball away from Upper St. Clair, and they have used those takeaways to amass 28 points. The offense efficient and the defense stifling.
Yeah, the defense has been the most impressive part for me. They're just doing a great job of getting after Hansberry and Visman. With the exception of one long pass play of 52 yards, they really have shut down Upper St. Clair.
A terrific first half, and the Wolverines look to do a lot of the same in the second half. We're going to step away. Folks watching live on social media, stay tuned for the Woodland Hills and Upper St. Clair marching bands. If you're watching our television replays, we'll be back with coverage of the second half. And if you're listening on MSA Sports, stay tuned for the MSA Sports halftime show. Again, your halftime score 28-0 Woodland Hills over Upper St. Clair. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network.
There are still openings to volunteer during all the home games this season.
Back in Turtle Creek, where Woodland Hills leads Upper St. Clair 28-0 as we get set to begin the second half. Adam Gusky and Fred Guy on the call for you all across the Woodland Hills Football Network. And Fred, as I took a look through not just the scoring recap, but the stats at halftime, Woodland Hills a very, very good quarter number 1 and quarter number 2. And what I think is so spectacular, Fred, is not only that Woodland Hills took the ball away from Upper St. Clair, they turned those takeaways into points.
Yeah, 5 turnovers in the first half for Upper St. Clair. Really, I don't care how good of a team you are. If you're, giving the ball up 5 times and a half, certainly the scoreboard's not going to be in your favor. But, the one thing I like about the Wolverine offense is the fact that they've been really balanced throughout the course of this game, able to work in the running game and then are able to work in the passing game just as much as they are running the ball.
And Fred, let's talk about Daniel Jones. We didn't have much of an opportunity to talk about it last week because the game really started to get a bit out of hand, and we were so focused on the Wolverines trying to make a comeback. But Daniel Jones, since the game at North Hills, has emerged as a very, very reliable quarterback for Woodland Hills.
Yeah, he's just unconscious at times. I mean, he just goes back there, sees an open target, and is able to deliver nice footballs to these receivers. Unfortunately today, been a little kind of tough on Daniel Jones because of the fact that he's had a few drops so far in this ballgame.
Let's talk about the running game, where for the first time in a long time we see the Wolverines be able to distribute the ball to a couple of running backs, and both of those backs become so very effective, with both Hill now healthy and Holt being about as healthy as we've seen him all year as well.
Yeah, and that's certainly what you need at this point in the season. Your star player being healthy, able to go into the playoffs healthy. But Jawan Hill, again, just continues to tote the ball for the Wolverines, and then you get him open space, he'll find the end zone.
How about Deontay Robertson in that first half? 3 takeaways. He had 2 interceptions, including a pick 6, plus a fumble recovery.
That's amazing. And we've seen Deontay Robinson more as a receiver so far this season, but really emerging the last couple ball games on defense.
Set to begin the second half as Chucky Hanchett will be kicking off for the Wolverines, and he will boom a knuckler down to around the 19-yard line, where it will be returned by Colin McClendon. And McClendon still on his feet, driving his way across the 40 out towards the 43-yard line. It will be first down and 10 for Upper St. Clair with decent field position.
And that's something I don't see too often from Saeed Holt, a missed tackle. I mean, McClendon was able to get through the first contact by Saeed Holt, tackled him, tried to get him around the legs. McClendon just kept on driving through, right through Saeed Holt.
So Upper St. Clair with a hole to dig out of, and they will start to do so on this first drive of half number 2. Offset I backfield behind Jack Hansberry. And play action as Hansberry drops straight back. He'll throw the ball down the middle of the field, and the pass is caught and shoved to the floor goes Colin McClendon rather. And McClendon is brought down at the 26-yard line, and a big pickup for the Panthers.
Yeah, and McClendon just ran basically a route right across the field, and Nazir Taylor had the coverage, and McClendon had to step on Taylor the entire way, and Hansberry threw yet another nice football.
33-yard pickup there for Upper St. Clair. First catch of the game for McClendon. And just the 4th completed pass of the day for Upper St. Clair. Hansberry steps under center, rolls to his right-hand side, and he will throw the football over to that far boundary. Incomplete pass intended for, I'm not sure whom out there, but Michael McAllister is going to be flagged for roughing the passer, as I think he made the initial contact with Hansberry as he was releasing the football. Maybe there was a late shove that warranted the penalty. I took my eyes off of it.
Yeah, and this is certainly not the way the Woodland Hills Wolverines want to start this drive, or start this half, I should say.
Wayne Mattis is our referee.
Personal foul, roughing the pass, defense. 50 the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
So again, as Hansberry rolled to his right-hand side, he was pressured by McAllister, and I don't know, kind of, unless McAllister held up and then shoved Hansberry after the initial contact. I think the initial contact was innocuous. I mean, certainly part of the play. So either way, the incompleted pass turns into a positive for Upper St. Clair after the penalty, and they will hand off to the tailback, Colin McClendon, who was wrestled down by Damian T. Thomas, who continues to play so well in the middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, he's another bright spot for the Wolverines on defense so far in this ballgame. He hasn't made the big splash plays, one forced fumble, but he's been in on a number of tackles so far tonight.
So McClendon, 28 yards on the ground, 33 yards receiving thus far for Upper St. Clair. Panthers with the ball inside of the Woodland Hills red zone, the beneficiaries of a roughing the passer penalty on top of a 33-yard pass to begin this half. Offset I backfield. Play action on the end around. Pass into the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Panthers as Jack Hansberry finds Matt Kissinger in the end zone.
Yeah, and Kissinger lined up in the tight end position, and I'm assuming he got a free release. I turned away as the play was happening, but Hansberry did a great job of finding Kissinger all alone in the end zone.
Yeah, Kissinger had gotten back behind Nazir Taylor and Saeed Holt for the touchdown, and on to attempt the PAT comes the USC kicker. Low snap, but the hold is put onto the tee, and the PAT up and in for the Panthers, and Woodland Hills leads Upper St. Clair 28-7. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Back at the Wolverena, where the Wolverines lead the Upper St. Clair Panthers 28-7, but the Panthers scored for the first time today on a touchdown pass of 13 yards from Jack Hansberry to Matt Kissinger, who lined up on the left side of the formation. The Wolverines will take this kickoff from their own 16-yard line. Flag will fly in, is trying to break free, went Jaquan Smith, but a flag way out near the 40-yard line is thrown, and it will land at the 32, and we will see exactly what this infraction is. Our referee, Wayne Mattis, sorting things out here. So the ball will be backed up inside of the 10 to the 9-yard line, and apparently there's an issue with the microphone of Wayne Mattis. It may have fallen off of his collar because we were able to hear him, but just faintly. And after the penalty, again, Woodland Hills will start this drive at the 9. 10:21 to play in the third quarter. Daniel Jones going to the air, throwing down the far boundary, and the pass is complete to Avram Abramovich, but he's out of bounds when he comes down with it, so it will be an incomplete pass. And boy, I'll tell you what, Fred, he had just taken 3 or 4 steps away from the D-back on that far boundary.
Well, what happened was the D-back, number 4, Flinner, fell down on the play. Probably about 5 yards behind him, fell down. And unfortunately, Daniel Jones couldn't keep that ball in bounds for Abramovich to take advantage of it.
Clock stop, 10:14 to play in quarter number 3. Woodland Hills leading Upper St. Clair 28-7. The Wolverines backed up, though, with the ball second down and 10 at their own 9-yard line. Pistol formation. Jones is going to hand off. Jawan Hill running to the right-hand side. He'll drive his way to the line of scrimmage, but no further, and that'll bring up third down and 10.
Man, really, Woodland Hills really needs to dig themselves out of this hole on this third down play. Right now it's been a little bit more of a mental situation for the Wolverines in the second half with the 2 penalties, the roughing the passer and then the holding on this on the kickoff return.
Ball in the middle of the field as the Wolverines send 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left-hand side of the formation. Jones in the pistol, and he's going to hand off on the counter. Running to the left-hand side is Jawan Hill, and he will slide past one Panther, but be brought down by 2 others out near the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6, but still 4th down and 4.
And a good job of number 44 for Upper St. Clair, Jack Burton, making the tackle really before Jawan Hill could get going, because he looked like he had a full head of steam and possibly picking up the first down, but Burton was able to cut him. Actually, it was number 34, Dominic Sapullo.
Yeah, he made the tackle down underneath, and then coming from behind was Burton. So Whitehurst on to punt it away, and he will get it away. The Panthers brought the house, and Whitehurst's punt is out towards the 40-yard line, and a nice tackle right as the return man, Tom Kyle, caught the football. Derek Caraway was there and made the stop.
Yeah, Derek Caraway, one of the gunners for the Wolverine punt team, just did a great job of getting downfield. And once Kyle got his hands around the ball, Derek Caraway got his hands around Kyle.
So 8:44 to go here in quarter number 3. Upper St. Clair with the 21-point deficit at this point. Wolverines on top 28-7. Winner of this game hosts a playoff game next week in the first round of the 5A playoffs. Hansberry off of play action, late pressure. He'll be wrapped, he'll be sacked. Damian T. Thomas makes the play, and then a shove after the play as Barlow was shoved to the turf, and a Panther kind of lost his cool there and shoved Barlow to the turf.
And I don't know if Damian T. Thomas is experiencing some cramps. He's down on the turf right now holding his calf.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's calf or an ankle injury. I hope it's more of the former than the latter, but the way he rides, it doesn't seem to be that way. He seemed to have twisted the ankle as he got the sack there. They'll spot the ball back at the 48-yard line, incidentally. Let's see if we can see what happened to Thomas at the end of this play, as Hansberry was sacked for the first time today. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly happened as Thomas brought his right leg down.
During a play, illegal block in the back. Upper St. Clair, 10 yards from the end of the run. Replay. First down.
No, it'll be second down. I hope they correct that.
Do we want to call that a block in the back, or do we want to call that an unsportsmanlike conduct?
Yeah, I don't know, but this should be second down, incidentally, because the sack and then the penalty. But they're not going to call it a dead ball foul, so I guess that's why it'll be repeat first down. Good news, Damian T. Thomas is to his feet, and while he is hobbled, he is headed to the sideline under his own power for folks listening on MSA Sports. But what a game he's had today, and let's hope that this is a brief injury for Damian T. Thomas.
Yeah, let's hope he can get back in there, because he's done a great job all night for the Wolverines, forcing a fumble, a sack, and then pinning on at least 5 or 6 tackles so far in this ballgame.
Quintel Palmer will come in his stead as Hansberry rolls off and play action, sets up the screen coming to the near side left. And that screen is going nowhere fast as the pass completed to Blake Kadar. He is wrapped up and brought down all the way back at the 36-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 6 on that completed pass.
Wow, the fact that the Wolverines were able to recognize the screen, break off pursuit of Hansberry, and then get to Kadar was absolutely fantastic.
A bunch of Wolverines were there on the play, including John Robinson, the big defensive lineman. He and Tyrell Barlow, they really can cover a lot of ground for their size. Straight eye backfield. Handoff goes to the fullback. The Wolverines not fooled as John Robinson makes the tackle yet again for the Wolverines. The ball carrier that time is that fullback who's been the lead blocker all day long. So 1-yard gain on that play ultimately as the ball carrier Dominic Foligno picks up that 1 yard on his first carry.
And it looks like the Upper St. Clair Panthers are bringing in their, what I would call their quick offense.
And they had 12 men in the huddle, did the Upper St. Clair Panthers. They ran 3 receivers to the near side.
Illegal substitution. Broke the huddle with 12. Offense. 5 yards. Third down.
Well, Fred, we saw the Wolverines go backwards in half number 1 with some penalties and some sacks, and that's exactly what Upper St. Clair is doing here on this drive. It is 3rd and a mile as the ball is set at the 32-yard line of the Panthers, and the line to gain is the 31-yard line of the Wolverines. Straight drop back, Hansberry throws it down this near sideline, and it's caught by Derek Caraway on the interception, and Caraway is going to try to get some blockers out in front of him. He's going to run to that far sideline, retreating back around the 40-yard line, hesitating, and he'll just step out of bounds. Second interception of the game today for Derek Caraway as Hansberry has thrown his 4th INT.
Yeah, and I think that was a miscommunication with Hansberry and his wide receiver, because the only person that was even remotely close to that football was Derek Caraway, and he turned into a wide receiver on that play. And then once he intercepted the ball, wasn't a great return, but certainly able to put the Wolverines in a favorable position.
Yeah, he caught this ball right around the 36-yard line, and As we've seen before from Derek Caraway, he can run a long way to pick up a yard, and this time he ran a long way and picked up 2. Hand off. Saeed Holt straight up the middle. He'll cross the 40 out to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 3, and it's 2nd down and 7.
Good job of Saeed Holt of maintaining possession of the football as he was coming across the line of scrimmage. It looked like Daniel Jones was looking to pull it out and maybe go over that left side, but Saeed Holt held on to it and picked up good yards on 1st down.
Saeed Holt 47 yards and a touchdown today. His counterpart in the backfield is Jawan Hill, who has 77 yards and a TD. 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side left. Jones going to the air, looking left, throwing left. The pass complete to Avram Abramovitz. They'll try to shed tacklers, and they will say that he retreats, and its forward progress is stopped at the 46-yard line, a pickup of 5, and it is 3rd down and 2.
And that's the kind of routes that Abramovitz needs to run to reestablish some confidence after a couple of drop balls. And good job of Daniel Jones of seeing them, and again, like you said, being confident enough in him to go back to him to make that catch.
3 catches, 77 yards today for Avram Abramovitz. The only other completed pass today was to Jawan Hill, a 5-yarder. Wolverines send 1 receiver to either side, a wing to the right of the formation. Jones is in the pistol. And he's going to hand off on the counter to Holt, who feigns right, goes back left. He will drive his way into Panther territory, picking up the 1st down to the upper St. Clair 46-yard line. A nice pickup on that play from the 46 to the 46, a gain of 8.
Good job of Saeed Holt of seeing the cutback right up the middle of the field, because it looked like he was initially looking to take it over the right side, but saw that there was a small crease in the middle of the field and exploited it and picking up the 1st down.
Wolverines will send 1 receiver to either side. Tight end to the right of the formation, wing on the right as well. Jones in the pistol. Handoff, Holt running left. Panthers sniffed that one out very, very quickly, and they'll bring Holt down in the backfield. A loss on that play of 4 yards brings up 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, those slow developing plays coming out of the shotgun, especially in the handoffs, really have bitten the Wolverines in the backside. It's just that they don't seem to work, but I understand that they're running it, maybe trying to keep the upper St. Clair Panther defense on their heels.
2nd down and 14 for Woodland Hills. The football at the 50-yard line. Jones off of play action. He's pressured from behind as he steps up into the pocket. He'll throw it deep down the field looking for Avram Abramovitz, and the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 14.
Abramovitz got turned around, which doesn't happen too often. And it looked like Abramovitz had a step, but Daniel Jones just misconnected on that last pass.
So 3rd and 14 with the ball at the midfield stripe. Woodland Hills looking to take advantage of turnover number 6 today for Upper St. Clair, and the 4th interception by the Wolverines. Two receivers right, 1 to the short side left. Shotgun formation for Jones. Jones sets up the screen, looking for Jawan Hill, but the pass is high, and a flag will come in very late. And I think Woodland Hills is going to be guilty of a hold right near the line of scrimmage. So it'll be an ineligible receiver downfield against Woodland Hills. And from Upper St. Clair, I am definitely declining this penalty.
Going to play, ineligible receiver downfield, offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
A couple of incompletions today in a row for Daniel Jones, who again has completed 4 passes for 82 yards. And Michael Whitehurst will boom this punt away. And it will be fair caught by Upper St. Clair around the 17-yard line. I think that may have been ill-advised.
Yeah, I think the call was made as soon as that ball was snapped or punted, because there wasn't anybody within 5-10 yards of number 2, Carl Flinter.
Taking a look at the Allegheny 9 conference standings, West Allegheny certainly with victories over both Woodland Hills and Upper St. Clair has secured a conference championship. Now today's game obviously is for second place in the conference and a home game next week. North Hills has clinched a playoff spot in the 4th spot in Allegheny 9. Fox Chapel, Moon, Chartiers Valley, Baldwin, and Hampton round out the Allegheny 9 conference, and Hampton yet to win a conference game. As the Panthers are going to go to the ground, running to the left-hand side is Colin McClendon, and he will be met and brought down by Saeed Holt. Gain of just 3 on the play.
And also on that tackle was Derek Caraway. Derek Caraway made the initial contact, stepping in, Jawan Hill stepping in to fill that hole as McClendon came across the line of scrimmage, and then Saeed Holt came and cleaned up the play.
Fred, we have not seen much of Thomas Visman today, and we thought he was going to be a huge threat in this game, and he has spent a lot of time on the bench for Upper St. Clair.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's just to preserve him for the playoffs or whatever the case may be.
Hansberry's pass to the right-hand side is complete over to that far boundary. That receiver steps out of bounds, and Jackson Geisler with his second catch of the game. He'll step out at the 30-yard line for a pickup of 11.
Yeah, Geisler did a great job of running off cornerback Jawan Hill on that play. And then as Hansberry delivered the ball to Geisman, Hill fell down, allowing Geisler to pick up the first down.
93 yards on 6 completions today for Jack Hansberry. The problem is he has thrown 4 interceptions. Hansberry in the pistol. He'll work off of play action, straight drop back. Looking to the right-hand side, and that pass is well off the mark, incomplete. Now there is a flag that came in. Now if it's pass interference, I think that's bogus. If it's holding or illegal contact, I can accept that, but that was a completely and utterly uncatchable football.
It's good to see that they're actually looking for pass interference.
Pass interference.
Oh my.
Defense. 15 yards. Result of the penalty. First down.
And the reason why I say that, Adam, is because there was at least 2 or 3 different occasions all in the first half that the Wolverines had men wide open. And I thought there was some shoving by the Upper St. Clair Panther defensive backs that just weren't called.
Twins right. Hansberry straight drop back out of the shotgun. He's going to be pressured as he rolls out of the pocket, and a nice ankle tackle. Making the stop is Deontay Robertson as he continues to shine defensively.
Yeah, Hansberry looks a little shaken up as he got himself off the turf, and I don't know if what happened. Maybe he did hit the turf pretty hard on that ankle tackle from Deontay Robinson, but see how he reacts in this next play.
So the loss of 2 on that play, back to the 42-yard line. And Hansberry steps under center. He's going to hand off to Colin McClendon, who will drive his way out to the 45-yard line for a pickup of about 3. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Good job of Rodney Denard coming up in safety help to make that tackle. What's interesting is you can tell the package that the Upper St. Clair Panthers are going to run based off of the people that are coming on and coming off the field.
So 3rd and 10 for Upper St. Clair. The football at the 45-yard line. Hansberry pressured as he throws the football to the near side left. The pass is complete to Khalil Jackson. He slides down, making the catch just 1 yard past the first down marker. So the pickup of 11, and it's 1st down and 10.
And that was a really nice catch by Jackson because he was actually falling as that ball got to him, and then was able to secure a catch as he was going to the turf.
Jack Hansberry today now has thrown for over 100 yards. One receiver to the short side left, sidecar to his left-hand side, and two receivers to the right. Hansberry, straight drop back, pressured by McAllister. He will release the football, and it will be incomplete. Looking for Colin McClendon, but there were 3 Wolverines back there and 2 Panthers.
Now, if the referees want to call holding, they should have called holding on the guy that was covering Mike McAllister on that last play, because he was able to bust through and then get his hands up in the face of Hansberry. But again, nothing's been called against him pretty much all night long.
Yeah, one hand in front, one hand behind, and that is holding every day of the week. And that is exactly what happened to McAllister as he was rushing the quarterback there. So the Panthers facing a 2nd down and 10 with the football at the Woodland Hills 44-yard line. Offset high backfield. Bisman's back in the lineup. Hansberry's going to throw it down the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Jawan Hill on the coverage as the pass intended for Sepulio.
Good job. Good coverage of Jawan Hill on Sepulio. As that ball got to him, Jawan Hill stepped in front of Sepulio, knocking that ball to the turf.
So 3rd down and 10 for Upper St. Clair. Panthers send 2 men to the right, 1 to the near short side left. Sidecars to either side of Hansberry as he sets in the shotgun. Blitz by Asheed Page-Jones. He got tackled as that throw down the right seam is incomplete. The pass intended for Sepulio, but Asheed Page-Jones was absolutely tackled by Phil Elias.
Oh, yes, he was.
And there's no 2 ways about it. That was a tackle.
Holding, offense. 10 yards, replay, 3rd down.
Coach Novak wants to decline the penalty. I'm not sure why the officials are marching the penalty off.
Correction, that penalty will be declined. 4th down.
Yeah, I can't imagine why anybody would accept a penalty on an incompleted pass on 3rd down and 10. So the punt unit will come on for Upper St. Clair. Sepulio will look to punt it away as the Wolverines will send Derek Caraway back to return as he stands right around the 18-yard line. Wolverines don't put a lot of pressure on as the punt will one hop to Derek Caraway. He will drive his way out towards the 25-yard line before being wrestled down by Eli Grape. And I'll tell you what, Fred, if there's a tackle to be made for Upper St. Clair, in all likelihood, Eli Grape's involved.
Yeah, he's been all over the field today, defensively and on special teams. There hasn't been too many bright spots, in this game for Upper St. Clair. He is certainly one of them.
So that drive for Upper St. Clair occupied over 5 minutes. And Upper St. Clair was able to move the ball from their own 17 into Woodland Hills territory, but the drive stalls and Woodland Hills gets it back. And this drive starting at their own 25-yard line. Incidentally, that punt, Fred, a net of just 16 yards. Jones in the pistol. He's going to hand off to Jawan Hill, and Jawan Hill is met right as he gets to the line of scrimmage. A defensive lineman was right there to absolutely tattoo Jawan Hill. Making the stop for the Panthers is Dante Greco.
Greco wasn't even touched as he came across the line of scrimmage. You have an easy pass like that to the backfield, you always have to make a nice hit or a good play or something.
Well, Woodland Hills will be satisfied to take a 21-point lead into the 4th quarter. Again, your score through 3 frames. It's Woodland Hills 28, Upper St. Clair 7. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Woodland Hills will take on a team to be announced this upcoming Monday. The WPIAL Playoff Pairing Show will air on the MSA Sports Network, so tune in and find out who the Wolverines will take on next Friday night. If this score holds up, the game will be here at the Wolverena. And selfishly, Fred, I don't want to have to pack up any equipment.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
And always good to be in the friendly confines of the Wolverena. We always know we're going to be sitting front row center at the 45-yard line. Don't have to pack up any trucks. It's always a good thing. Wolverines set in the pistol. 2 receivers, short side right, 1 to the near side left. Jones is going to hand off. Seed Holt running to the left. He's out across the 25 to the 30-yard line, and he will be shoved out of bounds along the near boundary around the 36-yard line. And there's a flag on a downfield block as Ramon Childs, one of the offensive linemen, was out there. I think the official may have saw a grab of a jersey. We'll check in to confirm that.
Going to play, holding, offense, 10 yards, spotted a flag.
Back the Wolverines up from the 33-yard or 23-yard line, rather, back towards the 23, and really didn't see much of a hold anywhere there on the screen. So I'm not sure what the official along the near sideline saw, but we've seen at least one other instance today where there was a phantom holding call against Woodland Hills.
Yeah, I think Bryce Johnson, number 57, would have been flagged for that because of where his hand placement was as Saeed Holt was going around the left end.
High snap, Holt running to the right-hand side. He'll drive his way out to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line, where he'll pick up 4 yards. And we'll bring up 3rd and long. Spot the ball at the 17, so give him 5.
Yeah, again, good job of Saeed Holt being patient and just not outrunning his blockers, taking his time, picking up things as they come, and picking up those 4 yards on 2nd down.
So 3rd down and long for Woodland Hills. The line to gain is the 35-yard line, so it's 3rd and 18 for the Wolverines. 2 receivers left, 1 to the short side right. Jones is in the pistol. Holt behind him. Hand off. Holt. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, and he is folded down. Maybe a gain of about 1 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down and 17.
That's a good conservative call for the Woodland Hills coaching staff. You know, really in control of this ball game. You don't want to let Upper St. Clair get back into this ball game, not risking an interception or a pick 6. And I just thought that was a good call for the Wolverines.
I think situational play calling is something that we saw from West Allegheny last week, and that's something that's good to see the Wolverines are doing here as well. Take what the defense gives you and live to fight another drive. So Whitehurst on to punt it away. The snap is high. Whitehurst will kick it out of the back of the end zone, and that'll be 2 more points for Upper St. Clair as the snap by McAllister sailed over the head of the punter. And the official doesn't throw the flag because the illegal kicking would have resulted in the safety either way.
I don't know if Mikey Whitehurst kicked the ball as opposed to just batting it out of the end zone.
Well, if he did it with his hands, then it's not illegal kicking. A bad punt snap leads to 2 points for Upper St. Clair. Yeah, he used his left hand to swat that ball out of bounds. From my vantage point, it looked like he'd used his left foot to do so. But good eye by you, Fred. And Upper St. Clair will get the ball back here, facing a 19-point deficit. And the Wolverines will punt it to the Panthers after the safety. McAllister, rather, Michael Whitehurst awaits the signal. And the free kick is away. End over end kick will bounce and then be scooped up by Blake Kadar. And Kadar is out across the 40 to the 35-yard line inside of Woodland Hills territory before the stop is made by the Wolverines' Rodney Denard.
And you can see that the momentum is starting to shift a little bit in this ball game with the safety and then a nice return by Kadar. The visitor side is starting to perk up a little bit.
I don't know if that's a little bit of whistling past the graveyard with 10-11 to play here in a 19-point deficit. The Wolverines have certainly shown the ability to turn the Panthers over, and Upper St. Clair has not shown us yet the ability to score quickly. And the ball carrier running the left-hand side is Julio, and he will be brought down right around the 25-yard line of the Wolverines, a pickup of about 8 yards.
And it looks like they ran a little bit of a jet sweep with Sapolio, sending him in motion and then bringing him back to take the handoff from Hansberry and then going around the left side of the offense.
Pickup of 7 yards, second carry of the game for Sapolio. He now has 2 carries for 12 yards. So Hansberry's going to set in the shotgun with the sidecar to his left-hand side, 2 receivers to the short side left. Sapolio motions from left to right, back to the left-hand side, and the pass down the near sideline is going to be caught for a touchdown. Leaping up and grabbing a hold of that football is Jackson Geisler. And Geisler, I think, was able to get away with a little bit of a push-off there, Fred.
Well, I don't know if Nazir Taylor had complete awareness as to where Geisler was, because it looked like Taylor started to slow down as that ball was in the air, and then once the ball got into Geisler, Taylor finally caught sight of the ball, but it was too late.
It looked like the extended left arm of Jackson Geisler was doing just enough to keep separation there.
Upper St. Clair.
And Upper St. Clair is going to call a timeout as
in the second half.
This all of a sudden has become a very interesting football game for the first time in a very long time. We'll step away, taking advantage of the stoppage on the field. 28-15. Woodland Hills leads Upper St. Clair. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Back in Turtle Creek, where Upper St. Clair has cut the Wolverines' lead down to 13 points. It once stood at 28 points, and the Panthers' offense is on the field looking to cut the lead down to 11 here. Jack Hansberry will step under center, and now he will split out to the left-hand side. And the Wildcat will be run. And running to the left-hand side is Colin McClendon, and he will drive his way to about the 1-yard line, but no further. And the Wolverines thwart the 2-point conversion attempt by USC, and Woodland Hills maintains a 13-point advantage.
Good job of the Wolverines of not falling for Hansberry going into motion, and then McClendon running the Wildcat.
Tune into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Upper St. Clair scoring 15 points here in the second half, cutting the Woodland Hills lead down from 28-zip to 28-15. Still a 13.2 score lead for Woody High. Panthers were able to take advantage of the short field and set up a 26-yard touchdown pass from Jack Hansberry to Jackson Geisler, but the 2-point conversion attempt failed as Colin McClendon was not able to find any room over left end. Panthers boom it deep, and retreating and catching the football is Derek Caraway, and this will be a touchback as the ball, rather the return man, has the ball in his hands with 1 foot in the end zone, and this will put the ball at the 20-yard line on the touchback. So 9:13 to play here. Woodland Hills wants to certainly occupy some clock, pick up a lot of yards on this drive, and probably try to end it with a score.
Yeah, they really need to turn into a 3 yards and a cloud of dust type of team over the next 9 minutes and 13 seconds.
Pistol formation, wing to the left of the formation. That wing, Robertson, crabs to the right-hand side. Handoff, Jawan Hill running to the right. He will drive his way across the 20 to the 21, and then he'll be driven down. A pickup of about 2, and it's 2nd down and 8.
I did say 3 yards and a cloud of dust, right?
You did.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Not 2. So Woodland Hills has the ball, 2nd down and 9. We'll say just a 1-yard gain for Jawan Hill on that previous play. 2 receivers left, 1 to the short side right. Snap low, but the handoff to Hill nonetheless. And Hill will bounce it to the near side left, turning the corner as he'll cross the 25 out towards the 27-yard line. And a pickup of 6 yards on that play, and it is 3rd down and a very manageable 3 for the Wolverines.
And good job of Jawan Hill of keeping his feet moving and keeping those legs churning after contact, which definitely helped him out to pick up some more yards after initial contact.
$82 yards on the ground and a touchdown today for Jawan Hill. Seed Holt now in a tailback for the Wolverines, as Woodland Hills will send 1 receiver split to either side, and now Robertson will split as a slot to the right. Jones hands off. Holt running to the right-hand side, and he is brought down in the backfield. Yet again, Eli Great makes a stop along that defensive front for Upper St. Clair.
And he's been all over the place for Upper St. Clair, actually making the tackle, assisting on the previous play's tackle.
On to punt is Whitehurst. Clock winds here to 6 minutes and 55 seconds. Whitehurst boots it away. Catching on the run is the return man for Upper St. Clair, and that return man, Tom Kyle, is hit hard as he approaches the 40-yard line. Tackle on the play by Amir Collins.
Amir Collins did a great job really wrapping his arms around the return man, and it looked like Collins might be a little shaken up on that play.
And that's a situation where he may have come out of there with a stinger after that contact to the shoulder collarbone area. So the ball's set at the Woodland Hills 41-yard line, where Upper St. Clair will start this drive again inside of Woody High territory. Blitz pressure on, and the quarterback, Hansberry, is sacked by Asheed Page Jones.
Great job of Page Jones just coming from his middle linebacker position on a blitz. Reddit was basically untouched as he came across the line of scrimmage, and then made a nice sack. When he walked out, he's going off the field right now. Looks like he might be injured.
So loss of 8 on that play on the sack by Asheed Page Jones. And the Panthers are backed up 2nd and 18 at the 49. Quarterback draw, Hansberry running to the left-hand side as he will break free, and he will be brought down finally at the 40-yard line by Rodney Denard. Hansberry picking up 9 yards on the play.
And it looked like that was a design quarterback draw. Hansberry took the ball, looked like he was going to pass, and then decided to tuck the ball and run. And with that, picking up nice yardage to put Upper St. Clair in a 3rd and long situation.
And they go from 2nd down and 18 to 3rd down and 9 on that 9-yard pickup. As Hansberry will set in the shotgun. Straight drop back, looking left, throwing left, and the pass is intended for Jackson, but off the mark and incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down and 9. And this is a decision time for Jim Render. Does he bring the punt unit on, or does he keep the offense on the field with this 13-point deficit in just over 5 minutes to play?
And he's not quick to make a decision right now, but I think he's going to keep his offense on the field. And good news for Wolverines fans is Paige Jones is back on the field.
So the Panthers head to the line of scrimmage on 4th down and 9. The football at the Woodland Hills 40-yard line. Pistol formation. Hansberry off of play action. Rolling to his right-hand side, he will throw to this near boundary, and the pass is complete to Jackson Geisler. Geisler leaps up and catches the football, and they'll say he's down at the 31-yard line, just enough for the first down. Now the line to gain was the 31-yard line, and that is exactly where he was brought down. Woodland Hills was wanting a measurement, but I don't see any reason to have done so. Well, they can't measure it at this point, Fred. The ball has been moved from the initial spot to the 31-yard line in the middle of the field. So a pickup of 9 on that pass play. Down this near sideline looking for Geisler again, and oh my goodness, nearly intercepted. What a great job of playing the football and playing center field by Saeed Holt. He came out of nowhere to nearly take that one away.
Yeah, he did a great job of just seeing where Hansberry wanted to throw that ball and just came across from the middle of the field to the sideline to knock that ball away.
So that incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. The football at the Woodland Hills 31-yard line with 5:05 to play. But they're saying Clair looking to overcome a 28-point Woodland Hills lead at halftime. Hansberry's going to run to his right-hand side. He will tuck, and he will be shouldered out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. And from this vantage point, it looked like Hansberry was still in bounds when the contact happened by Saeed Holt. But the official threw a flag, and let's take a look here on our replay to see when the contact to Hansberry happened down along this near boundary. It looked like he was in bounds.
Looks like he was well in bounds.
Yeah. Yeah, that contact happens in bounds. That's a poor call. So after the penalty, after Hansberry picks up about 5 yards, Upper St. Clair now has it 1st down and 10 at the Woodland Hills 13-yard line. What a Bush League call that was. That's the 2nd time this year we've seen that happen with a quarterback running to the boundary. Woodland Hills makes contact in bounds, and a flag is thrown. Pass to the near side is complete to Jackson Geisler. He's shoved out of bounds by Derek Caraway. A pickup of about 3 on that pass play.
Yeah, and that's not the only Bush League call that we've seen in this ball game. I mean, it's just amazing how, again, I think it all boils down to these refs want to be involved in the game. You know, this official hadn't thrown a flag the entire game, and all of a sudden you want to throw a late hit call against the Wolverines.
Not a big fan of the call. And the handoff will go to tailback Colin McClendon, who will drive his way inside of the 10 down towards the 7-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 5. And a Wolverine down at the bottom of the pile is shaken up, and that's DeJuan Howes. According to my roster, that's DeJuan Howes, 5'8", 292-pound defensive lineman. So they'll place the ball at the 7-yard line. So pick up on that play of 3 yards. Let's see if we can see what happened to Howells down there at the bottom of the pile. And sometimes it's very difficult to see what happens once the bodies start to pile up. Howells still laying on his belly down around the 7-yard line, and we're going to step away at this point and allow the training staff to take a look at House. 4:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Woodland Hills down by 13 points. Up by 13 points. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network.
The ball carrier. London carries the ball down to the 4-yard line. Chief Page Jones making the tackle on that last play. Hey fans, remember tonight's contest between Woodland Hills and Upper St. Clair has been designated as a featured game in the nationwide 2016 Great American Rivalry Series. We wish to thank the United States Army and Brainbox for selecting the game. Stick around for the most valuable player award in the championship trophy. In addition, after that, we got the presentation of the Woodland Hills High School Marching Band and Images 2016 show.
(28-15). Woodland Hills leads Upper St. Clair. The Panthers face a 4th down and 1 at the Woodland Hills 4-yard line. Upper St. Clair going to bunch it up. Hansberry steps under center. He's going to hand off to tailback Colin McClendon, and Colin McClendon will pick up the first down, picking up about 2 yards.
Yeah, and right now Woodland Hills needs a very good defensive effort on this goal line situation. I mean, they really want to kind of hold Upper St. Clair at bay with 4:04 left to go in this game.
What is the official waiting for to start the clock? Hand off to McClendon, who is brought down about a yard deep in the backfield, around the 3-yard line. And Fred, in all honesty, I mean, what is he waiting for to wind the clock?
Beats me. That's a great question. But Visman with a limp looks like he's coming back into this ball game, and that might be the reason why we haven't seen much of him in the second half.
Yeah, he missed the majority of the season with an injury that he sustained in week number 1. McClendon, the QB, in the shotgun, and a flag comes in from that far sideline. Let's check in with our referee, Wayne Mattis. And of course, it's a penalty against Woodland Hills. I mean, other than the one drive where we saw Upper St. Clair backed up a couple of times from obvious penalties, I can't think of any other penalties against Upper St. Clair.
No, neither can I, and it's amazing.
So 2nd down and goal for Upper St. Clair with the ball Right around the 1 yard line, the ball slides through the hands of McClendon. It's still loose down on the turf. Does Woodland Hills come out of there with it, or does McClendon recover? McClendon will recover, but the snap just slid through his hands, and the Panthers are backed up behind the 10 at the 11-yard line. He was so concerned about running to the left, he didn't grab a hold of the snap. And knifing through there went Amir Collins to knock the ball back, and Rodney Denard was inches away from recovering the fumble.
Yeah, and I don't think he would have got it. I don't think McClendon would have got it anyway, considering the pressure that the Woodland Hills Wolverines were bringing on that play.
Hansberry, straight drop back. He's looking to the left-hand side, and he has a receiver wide open over in the end zone. It's a touchdown for USC for Anthony Rod.
And that's amazing that there was no accountability for the Upper St. Clair receiver when he came out of the formation. Again, miscommunication by Woodland Hills is going to catch up to him at some point during the season.
Wolverines were putting pressure on the QB, no doubt about that. But Rod was able to find his way open and catch the football for a Panthers TD. And the Wolverine lead is down to 7 points. The Panthers can make it 6 with this PAT by Howard, and it is no good. Oh my goodness, Woodland Hills will maintain a 7-point lead with 2:38 to play.
Was that blocked, or was it just a shank kick by the kicker?
I didn't see a block. It just seemed like the PAT was no good. Well, Wolverines, the beneficiaries of, it looks like there may have been a Wolverine that leaped up and got a piece of that ball, but I don't think it would have made it to the crossbar either way. But the Wolverines, the beneficiaries there of that missed PAT, keeping their lead at 7 points.
And you have to figure that Upper St. Clair is going to try to run an onside kick. So the Wolverines need to put their hands team back or on the field and hope they can secure this kickoff.
Upper St. Clair scoring 21 points here in the second half. 2 of them coming on a safety by the Wolverines. But other than that, Upper St. Clair has moved the ball reasonably efficiently on offense. Conversely, the Woodland Hills offense has been stale here in the second half. So let's see what the Panthers will do here. And they will kick it on sides, and it will carry them off of a Wolverine, but Upper St. Clair was offsides on the onside kick attempt. That's good news. That'll back USC up 5 more yards from the 40 to the 35. So the kickoff now starts at the 35-yard line. Remember, the ball has to travel 10 yards before Upper St. Clair can touch it, unless it's touched first by a Wolverine. The other. And this time it's going to be illegal touching against Upper St. Clair. They touched the ball. Come on. They touched the ball right after it was kicked at the 37-yard line. Why is the ball going to be at the 44, Fred?
Beats me.
The kicker kicked at the 35. And it was, I think it hit off a grate right around the 37-yard line. And the ball rolled to the 44 before Upper St. Clair touched it.
And then they swatted it towards the 45-yard line.
Well, a timeout is taken by Woodland Hills head coach George Novak, and that'll give us an opportunity to step away. With 2:35 to play, Woodland Hills 28, Upper St. Clair 7. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network. Woodland Hills in the shotgun. Sidecars to either side of Daniel Jones. He's going to hand off, running from left to right is Seed Holt, and he will drive his way to the line of scrimmage, but no further. And that'll bring up second down and 10 for the Wolverines, but more importantly, the clock winds on the Panthers.
Yeah, I can't remember how many timeouts Upper St. Clair has, but if they're going to 2 left, they're going to have to start using them right now because Woodland Hills is going to milk as much of the clock as they possibly can.
Without a doubt. They used 1 earlier, did the Panthers. You could actually verbally hear the Upper St. Clair coaches in the box say, no, don't waste it, and USC did. So again, the shotgun, double tight, wing to the left. Jones with Hill and Holt. Handoff, Hill running from right to left, and he will spin his way to the 40-yard line to pick up a 4, and it is 3rd down and 6, and Upper St. Clair is going to use a timeout here.
They might not have to.
They may not have to with the injured player. But apparently the timeout will be waived off, I believe. We're going to say that the injured Panther occurred before the timeout was taken, which does seem to be the case. Injury to the right arm of a linebacker down there. 1:39 to go here in quarter number 4. Woodland Hills 28, Upper St. Clair 21. Second time we see number 60 slow to get to his feet and comes off the field with an injury. Now, he's listed as Charles Ortiz, but I heard some rumblings behind me that that young man is no longer, number 60 is no longer Charles Ortiz. So this was, I do believe, did they charge USC with the timeout or not? I think that they did not. The official who has a microphone didn't tell anybody in the stadium though. Shotgun, sidecars to either side of Jones, wing to the left. Robertson, Krabs to the right. Handoff, Holt, running right, cutting it back left. Driving his way forward, he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker inside of the 40 at the 37-yard line, and it will be 4th and short for the Wolverines.
Decision time for Coach Novak. What do you want to do? Do you want to keep your offense on the field for this 4th down play, or try to pin Upper St. Clair deep in their own territory with a punt?
And the official has asked for a stoppage here because there is another Panther who is a bit hobbled, and it's Eli Grape. And Grape, arguably the best defender we've seen today for Upper St. Clair, will be sorely missed if Woodland Hills keeps the offense on the field here on 4th down and 3.
It looks like number 17, Casey Garwig, is in his place.
4th and 6.
So 4th and 3 for Woodland Hills with the football at the Upper St. Clair 37-yard line. Woodland Hills has the offense on the field here. Daniel Jones in the quarterback spot in the shotgun with sidecars to either side. He'll hand off to Seed Holder, runs to the right. He's got the first down. He's got more than that as he's brought down at the 30-yard line, and that ought to do it. Woodland Hills will clinch 2nd place in the Big East, or rather in the Allegheny 9 Conference.
Looks like there is a stoppage in play. Upper St. Clair using their final timeout. Maybe they didn't.
No, Upper St. Clair decided not to, and the official ran the clock, and I think one kneel down, and we will see the end of this football game. Nice run there for Seed Holt to cap things off, Fred. He needed 3, he got about 5. And Seed Holt with 67 yards and a touchdown, and now some pushing and shoving as the game is winding down here. Carl Flinter got in the face of a Woodland Hills offensive lineman, and then some linemen for Woodland Hills are separating some folks, and we see some Panthers out on the field with their helmets off, and we're going to have to determine here exactly what this penalty is. And you hate to see a game end in that fashion.
Yeah, what happened was Flinter came across the line of scrimmage and then was nudged by Saeed Holt and then started jawing a little bit, and then everybody else got into the mix, and that's exactly what happened.
The officials are going to waive off the penalty. Apparently, if they were going to call a flag, it was going to go against either team,
or both,
offsetting teams rather. So That is the end of the football game. Woodland Hills defeats the Upper St. Clair Panthers 28-21. The Wolverines improved their record to 8-2 on the year, 7-1 within the conference, while Upper St. Clair finishes the regular season 7-2 and 6-2 within Allegheny 9 conference play. And most importantly, with the victory, the Wolverines have clinched a home game in the WPIAL 5A playoffs next Friday night.
Yeah, however unlikely that this may be, but we may be looking at the same matchup next week as we did tonight. I heard a lot of talk on the radio about 2 versus 3 seeds playing each other from the same conference. So anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 conferences, I think that would be foolish. In all likelihood, we'll see either McKeesport or Franklin Regional come to the Wolverena next week. I mean, that seems to be, in all likelihood, what will happen. And Upper St. Clair will head to either McKeesport or Franklin Regional.
Which I believe McKeesport beat Upper St. Clair during the regular season. So, that doesn't bode well for them. But, again, you never know what we're going to see until Monday night at 7:30.
And you can tune in to the WPIAL Playoff Pairing Show on the MSA Sports Network on Monday night. Check out msasports.net for when that show will begin. Again, your final score is 28-21. Woodland Hills defeats the Upper St. Clair Panthers here at the Wolverena. And Fred, just let's take a minute or two to kind of review this game. And I think what was most notable is the fact that Woodland Hills was able to take advantage of takeaways in the first half, and then they kept the Upper St. Clair Panthers at arm's length throughout the second half.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a great game by both teams. I thought I knew this game wasn't going to be over until that clock hit all zeros. The way Upper St. Clair just kept battling back against the Wolverines, and then Wolverines keeping them at bay, like you said, and they come up with some good plays and some nice plays in the second half to keep the score at 28-21.
Again, your final score 28-21. Woodland Hills improves to 8-2 on the year, 7-1, clinching second place in the Allegheny 9 conference, not the Southeastern Conference. And the reason I keep thinking that is because this has been such a great conference rivalry over the past several years.
Yeah, starting in 2012 when that took place. And the Wolverines have had the upper hand on Upper St. Clair in the regular season over the past 3 seasons. And, it's good to see Upper St. Clair battle against this Wolverine team. It shows that they have some life and they could be dangerous come playoff time.
Again, those playoffs start next Friday night, and of course we will have the coverage for you right here on the Woodland Hills Football Network. Woodland Hills will, in all likelihood, take on the third-place team out of the Big East Conference here in 5A, and we will have the coverage for you starting at 6:35 on MSA Sports, and our television coverage will start somewhere around 6:55, and of course our replays are always available after the game is over on our TV affiliates and on our YouTube channel. One more time, your final score 28-21. Woodland Hills defeats the Upper St. Clair Panthers. For Fred Guy, I'm Adam Gusky. You've been tuned in to the Wolverines and the Panthers on MSA Sports and the Woodland Hills Football Network.